I do the wire or just the TDA account number. What are you even on about? What are you even on about? I would worry about discharging that bill before I worried about that, about the TDA account. Somebody say just got remedy on a home using stamp endorse send over 8,000 receipts on live. That's what I like to see. Just got my 6-month-old his FOIA. Let's go. Let's go. See, y'all be. This is how I know some of y'all be tripping, because I just got the FOIA from my 6-month-old. Baby wasn't even born when that process came out, and he still got the letter. Some of y'all be lacking. Somebody who switched over to Spectrum, that's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. You would discharge bills from the IRS in a similar way. There's a stamp for the IRS that you can use, and it tells you where to send it and all that. He said, I can confirm when you move your account to a trust, it inverts the balance to negative. Absolutely it does. Absolutely it does, because it's a living account. Okay, I'm gonna put this as simply as I can. The trust is the living estate trust with an SSN. Exactly. Your social security number is an EIN, and when you tell them that you want to put it into a trust, you just give them the EIN or your social. But again, it's really just because they need to know that that social is attached to a trust. Well, your living estate trust with an SSN, you should already have that. I'm confused as to what you mean. Okay. A trust is a private instrument. So when you say, do you actually have to set up a trust in order to get it to transfer your bills into it? The answer is yes and no, right? Because the only evidence of your trust is a certificate of trust, right? That's it. Certificate of trust. That's all you need. If you are using your social as the EIN for the trust, then no, there's nothing that you need to apply for. You don't need to apply for another EIN using your social and then assign it to that trust. The trust itself is private, right? A trust is an individual. It's a person. It's a corporation, right? It's no different than giving birth. When you create a trust, it's like you're giving birth to somebody. It's nothing crazy. So you tell them, I want a trust. When they ask you for the trust information, you just give them your social and the name of it, which would be your all caps name, Revocable Living Trust. That's it. So no, it's not like anything you need to set up in the traditional sense. If that's the address that they gave you to send those payments, then send it and see what happens. There's multiple ways to do it and go about it. Okay, so you say, can I opt out and it stay on my report? Just read that question again. Read that question again, and because it's an answer itself type of question. All right, it's an answer itself type of question. Can you opt out of something being reported and still have it be reported? I don't know. You tell me. Google certificate of trust. It's not that hard. You just have to have the information that's required on a certificate of trust. Who's the grantor? Who's the beneficiary? What's the EIN? Is it revocable or irrevocable? What trust powers do you have, right? So a certificate of trust, as long as you know the answers to those questions, you can pop out a certificate of trust. But what I'm saying is you can go do all of this and you don't have to have, your trust documents. And all a trust is literally a piece of paper that says trust in the title. So the title is the name of the trust, and then you're like, comes now on this day at this time, I'm establishing this trust for this purpose. And then you list all of the powers of the trust and all the things like that. It's like a 15-page document. But what I'm saying is you don't need to actually have that. As long as you have the information, such as who is the grantor, who are the beneficiaries, all of that type of information, that's all you need for a certificate of trust. Once you have a certificate of trust, you can pretty much do anything that requires you to have a trust. You can transfer your stuff over to it, blah, 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 because it's no longer in your name. See what I'm saying? No longer in